Good evening, guys. Shall we start the session? Aditya, ma'am, shall we start the session? Yes. Thank you. Good evening to everyone. Today, as we explore a topic that not just relevant but crucial for the next generation of scholars, especially investors. The innovative strategies for future ready researcher. We are living in a time where research is evolving faster than ever before. Technologies like AI, quantum computing, especially digital platforms, are transforming the way we ask questions, find answer, especially sharing the knowledge. At the same time, we face some global challenges also that demand ethical, interdisciplinary, and impact driven research. So, what does it means to be a future ready researcher? It's about combining curiosity with adaptability, technology with ethics, and innovation with purpose. So, in today's session, we will walk through the key strategy, the 6 key strategies from embracing digital tools and interdisciplinary collaborations to developing entrepreneurial skill, especially for communicating research effectively. So this is not just about keeping up, it about stepping forward with intention into role where research can lead to real change. So let's begin this journey of reimagine of what research can be in the future. Yes. As we begin today's discussion, it's important to acknowledge the rapidly shifting terrain of the global research landscape. We are standing at the crossroad of unprecedented technological progress with AI, IoT, blockchain, even quantum computing fundamentally reshaping how we explore, progress, and apply knowledge. This technological acceleration is no longer confined to silos. Especially, we are witnessing a powerful interdisciplinary convergence where boundaries between fields like biology, engineering, data science, and humanities are dissolving. These integrations foster not only richer insights but also sparks entirely new domain of research. At the same time, we have moved from a past categorized by information scarcity to the present overloaded with data. The challenge today is not access to information, but the ability to critically filter, interpret, and apply it effectively and ethically. So, in this complex environment, the researcher must be agile, ready to adopt methods, tools, and collaborations. At the heart of the transformation lies a renowned emphasis on innovations underpinned by ethical responsibility. The research today must not only by pioneering but also social responsible, inclusive, and globally aware. So, we proceed through this sessions. Let us reflect on how we as researchers, educators, and innovators can respond to this transition. Not just keep up, but to lead with purpose. Okay? So, as we prepare researchers and scholars for the challenge ahead, a key questions we must ask is, what does it truly mean to be future ready? So the first and foremost, it require being technologically literate. This goes beyond knowing how to use digital tools. It about understanding emerging technologies like AI, data analytics, blockchain, and how they impact research methods, industries, and socially at large. So, the equally important is being ethically aware. With great power comes great responsibility. Whether we are handling big data, working with AI models, or conducting global studies, the researcher must uphold the highest standard of integrity, transparency, and social accountability also. A future ready mindset is also interdisciplinary. Today, the problems, whether climate change or healthcare or cybersecurity, cannot be solved in isolation. We need to draw from diverse field, especially combined methodologies and collaborative across boundaries to generate holistic solutions. So, in an increasingly interconnected world, being globally connected is vital. This means engaging with international collaboration with culturally sensitive and understanding the global context to local challenges. So finally, the future ready researcher is agile and adaptive. Someone who can pivot with change, learn continuously, and stay resilient in face of uncertainty. That is most important. So that together these qualities define the kind of researcher who will not only survive the future but also shape the research. Yes, we are giving some one new shape to the research. Our first strategy here in this sections, I'm just to giving suggested 6 strategies. Yes, first our strategy for becoming future ready researcher is to embrace digital research ecosystem, because the research today is no longer confined to bookshelves and isolated labs. Please keep on that mind. We now have AI and machine learning tools that can significantly accelerate literate reviews. I mean, literature review. That detect patterns in large data set and even predict research trends. These technologies don't to replace the researcher, they augment our capabilities. The platform likes some Archive, SSRN, and BioCrave that is allow the researchers to publish yearly findings via preprint, encouraging quicker disseminations and feedback. A crucial advances in fast moving field also. The digital libraries and open data are changing the way we access, store, and share research. Tools like, that Pigshare and Open Science framework, it's promote transparency and reproductively. That is pillar of good science. On a practical level, the reference managers like that is Jorito and Mentile helps organize sources and citations, making our research progress more efficient. Nowadays, any one good researcher, how we can find out means they are checking their individual citation of the researcher. We are publishing their Scopus indexed journals. Automatically your first name and last name, we don't have any your account details, everything. Just to know about your first name and last name as well as that affiliation institution, you can possible to check it what is your citation. I mean the particular researcher citation we can find out. That citation is helpful for one who having their more citation. That is the meaning that researcher article the many people refer, the many people should be cited. That is the meaning, right? That we can find out that these are the good researcher innovators. So that is the meaning. So even that nowadays not only the Google citation, even Scopus citation also, if any researcher to publish the paper previously, for example 10 years back now, we are published, the good researcher published the paper for peer reviewed journals. Peer reviewed journals means 2 to 3 expert committees just to be analyze or go through our research work. It's really they feel the research is good, they just to be given some uh, approval to publish the journal. That is peer reviewed journals. But nowadays the peer reviewed journals not at all to accept even many UGC, that is University Grant Commissions, even NAC, even AICT also. Now their expectation level is the next level, that is the Scopus in text journal we want to be published, then only our research should be accepted. Another thing is the Web of Science, Scopus, Web of Science, especially Annexure 1 journals, some of the very standard journals, they having lot of expectation is there. Again and again, yes, the previously the introduction sections, many times I'm just to be highlighted ethical. Yes, the researcher having their social responsibility, we need integrations. Yes, That is because nowadays that the plagiarisms, yes, we want to copy out and paste it. We just to be create some article, we go for publications, means definitely the publications management won't accept our article, right? Even if you submit for final project to your faculty na, definitely nowadays it's very difficult, because that chat gpt, you copy and paste it for content, everything you submitted your project na, definitely the faculties won't accept nowadays, because lot of plagiarism checkings are available. If minimum less than 15 percentage plagiarism is there, means they are accepted your work, I mean your research work, that is the meaning. So nowadays a lot of technology also helpful for us, that is digital platform, digital ecosystem helpful for find the, I mean promoting their good research work, that is the meaning. So the first strategy, yes, first capable strategy for researcher is embrace digital research ecosystems. Yes, previously that 15 years back, 20 years back, we don't have, the researcher don't have the options to refer few articles, a few past research work, everything. If you want, they go for visit that physical library to sit, the library also don't give that options to take the printout for others research works. Then we just to take the notes, yes, we understand, yes, if possible we referred more than 4 or 5 articles related our concerned studies. But nowadays now everything should be changed. Even sitting our home, we just to be get it more and more article within 1 hour, we can collect more than 1,000 articles also. So now lot of opportunities also available for copy and paste that research work from others. So that is the thing. Now the digital platform also helpful for researcher to promote their good research work, especially plagiarism checking, lot of things are behind. Okay, I hope that you are understanding their basic expectation of the professors, basic expectation of the good research work for some journals manage. Okay, yes, that some tools also, right? It's even chat gpt can play a supportive role, especially ideation, brainstorming, outlining, or simplify the complex content. So however, it crucial to emphasize these tools are assistant, not authors, right? So the intellectual ownership must always lie with the researcher. In this concept, we want to be keep in our mind. By integrating these tools and platforms into our workflow, we not only stay current, we also free up more time for creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking. The second strategy is to promote interdisciplinary collaborations. One of the most powerful drivers of innovation in modern research. You know that in NEP, National Education Policy 2020, also to mainly promote their interdisciplinary collaborations. Interdisciplinary collaboration is nothing. Yes, even that science background also collaborated with, I mean the core science team collaborated with some allied right? For example, microbiology content collaborate with biotechnology. Then even that the HRM people collaborate with some technology. Even the business analytics people collaborate with marketing. That is that much of interdisciplinary actions. It's promote their collaborations. Even the banking sectors, right? The finance core profile, it's always encouraged with the technology, that is fintech. Yet that much of interdiscipline, the technology, yes, the finance and technology just to be collaborate na. That is, the technology is one stream, finance is one stream, but both are joined. It's promoting their concept of fintech. So that much of interdisciplinary collaborations, that the HR concept, they just to be promoting their concept of cryptocurrency also. Yes, how the HR people helpful them to develop the technology of finance, that is blockchain. So that much of interdisciplinary collaboration also we want to be promoted. That is one of the capacity of at present research promoters, the research people. So to solve today complex real world problems, we can no longer afford to work in academic silos. The whether it's climate change, then pandemics, or the ethical AI, these are the challenge that require diverse perspectives and blended expertise also. The researcher must actively collaborate with technologies, designers, the policy makers, even the social scientists also. So such collaboration leads to more comprehensive solutions, as well as the higher societal impact also. So let me highlight a powerful case study now, that during the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw a rapid collaborations between bioinformatic experts, AI researcher, and public health professionals. So this fusion of discipline led to predictive models that helped governments anticipate that outbreak patterns. It's manage resources, even design targeted interventions. The benefits of such collaboration, that is, one is richer insights. Yes, you see the problem from multiple lens. Yes, that is the meaning. Second one is the greater funding opportunities also. The many grants now explicitly seek cross disciplinary and cross sectorial proposals. Especially I told na, it's NEP 2020 normally encouraging the multidisciplinary, yes, the cross sectorial proposals, especially cross disciplinary proposal also. So in short, interdisciplinary collaboration is no longer optional. It is essential for future ready research that makes a meaningful difference. Then third strategy is about the developing entrepreneurial thinking, that is mindset. The transforming research not just into the paper, yes, but also the impactable solutions. The future ready researcher must go beyond discovery and ask, how can this research be applied in the real world? Then can it lead to a startup, a pattern, or even influence the policy reforms? This is where design thinking become a powerful tool. By focusing on real world problems and user needs, the researcher can frame their work to address practical scalable challenges, whether in healthcare, agriculture, even sustainability or education field, whatever may be. The equally important is exploring funding opportunities beyond traditional academic grant. So their growing support for research to impact journey through platforms. Some platforms also is there, that is adult innovation missions. We can simply say that AIM, that is promoting a culture of innovation and incubation in India. Yes, adult innovation mission, it's implemented our central government at present, Modi. Yes, Modi government. Then IDEX, that is encouraging defense innovations by startup and researchers. Some BRIC also, uh, that is supporting biotech innovations with the grants. It's it's mentoring and commercializing support. Yes, so this grant also, these are the grants. Apart from that, lot of grants are available, even ICSSR, even AICTE, even UGC minor project, major project, lot of Rajiv Gandhi research schemes, lot of schemes are available in India, especially even the worldwide, lot of funding grant it's available for promoting their research. But I am just to giving only a few example here. Yes, what is at present easily to get that many researcher, even that new researcher also to get it. Yes, another thing is, that the fellowship, did you get through, I mean, the clear some net national eligibility test, state eligibility test. Yes, through that JRF, junior fellowship na, so automatically you are the eligible to work in some projects. Yes, so you are eligible to promoting some research, because they are monthly giving some stipend to you to promoting their research. Some of the schemes also available in India. By cultivating entrepreneurial thinking, that is research position themselves not only as knowledge creators, but as a solution providing capable of bridging the gap between academia, industry, and society also. Yes, then that the as we embrace the innovations, the and agility, yes, we must never lose sight of the foundation of all the meaningful research, ethics, and responsibility. Being the future ready is not just about speed and technology, it is also about integrity, accountability, and trust. Yes, so a key framework guiding responsible data handling is the FAIR principles. That is, that uh, FAIR. F means findable, A means accessible, I means interoperational, or means reusable. That is FAIR. Findable, accessible, interoperational, reusable. So the data should be easy to locate through proper indexing and data. That is findable, accessible, available to those with the right permissions or under open access. Interoperational, enable across different system and software. Then reusable, well documented and licensed for future use and replication. So it's equally important to avoid predatory journal that compromise peer review and credibility. The researcher must be vibrant, choosing reputable indexed journal and uphold quality standards. What is the meaning means? That is indexed journals means our article should be indexed in the Scopus platform. Scopus means it's one of the platform. Under the Scopus, lot of high qualified journals should be enrolled. I mean, member to get the membership. You know that in Scopus having four category: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. The Q1, Q2 journals normally it's high standard journals. Q3, Q4 it's a little bit moderate journal. But peer reviewed journals it's a low category journals like that. So in that our article should be indexed in the Q1, Q2 journal means a lot of the worldwide, the professors and researchers should be referred our articles. If suppose, for example, one concept, yes, I just to be published in the year of 2016. You just to think like that. Yes, the same concept this 2025 also one author in different perspective they are taken place means in 2016 that detail na which journal, which page number, which volumes, which issues they were published, that things want to be acknowledged for at present. If they acknowledged na, that meaning not in the copy paste. Yes, without acknowledging we are take that same concept to adopt our research paper means that is copy pasted, that is plagiarism, that is illegal, unethics. But you know that we just to be acknowledged. Dr. R. Priya wrote one research paper the year of 2016. Journal name is International Journal of Management. The volume is 6. The issue number is 4. The article pages 148 to 156. She suggested the concept. That concept is little bit related to my research. Based on her suggestions, my research go for this way or something means that is acknowledged. That means not in the beyond the integrity, right? It is a ethics. We want to properly acknowledge. One person to acknowledge my journal means automatically my names, my journal should be indexed, my citation should be increased. That is the meaning. How many professors, how many researchers, yes, to refer my journal, how many professors, how many researchers, they acknowledge my article. So each acknowledgement should be increase one citation. That is how many members should be referred my article. That is the meaning. Yes. So if good researcher means we can find out the citations automatically. We just to be understand those are good researcher or not. Yes, for example, you are going to submit the project, right? So in your project, the review of literature page. What is the review of literature? Previous studies. What the previous studies relevant to your at present content, at present project. So you just to be acknowledgement for the some of the previous studies. That is, yes, that is ethics. Without acknowledgement, that is illegal. It comes to plagiarisms. But if you acknowledge means it's not taking the consideration of plagiarisms. Okay. So it is equally important to avoid predatory journal that compromise, that peer reviewed credibility. That is, yes, the good researcher, the vibrant researcher, always focusing on, always publish the indexed journals. Yes. So in our increasingly data driven world, we must also ensure data privacy, that is obtained informed consent. Yes, the respect the right of particulars, especially when using AI tools or conducting cross border research. So, and finally, we need to promote that is producibility and transparency. That is also most important. By sharpening by sharing our data, methodology and findings in a way that others can validate and build upon. This is essential for the long term credibility and impact our work. In short, the ethical research is not a box to tick. It is a backbone of innovation that endures. Right? So the fifth strategy is, that communicate research effectively. That is most underestimated yet absolutely critical. Yes, the ability to communicate your research effectively. So in today's world, doing great research is not enough. If people, whether fellow researcher, the public or policy makers, cannot understand it or encourage with it, the impact is lost. We must move beyond traditional papers and explore diverse format, that is infographics for quick visual summaries, then blogs and videos, yes, to explain the concept in simple terms, then social media to build network, share finding and spark dialogues. A powerful skill every researcher should master in the ability to pitch their research in just 3 minutes. So like in the popular 3MT, yes, that is 3 minute thesis. The competition also is there. It's a very famous competition. This force clarity, focus and relevance. Also remember to tailor your message. Use technical depth for academic beers. Then focus on impact and policy relevance for decision makers. Then use simple enhancing language for the public. That is most important. Yes, there are great tools available to support this, that can Canva and Wishme for clean, attractive visuals. Yes, then OBS Studio for recording professional video presentations. These are the tools helpful for to available support for the researcher. Yes, simplifyly, their article, the printed version, how to reach the public. Yes, to communicate to the public effectively. Yes, so the even simple animations or narrated side desk can go a long way in outreach. In summary, the future ready researcher is not just think or a desert, right? You know that they are also a storyteller capable of inspiring actions and understanding through effective communications. Then final strategy emphasis a mindset that is absolutely essential in today's dynamic and research environment, that is future skilling and lifelong learning. The phase of technological and methodological change is so rapid that yesterday expertise can quick become outdated. To stay relevant, the researcher must be continuous learner. One crucial skill area is coding and data analysis. The language like Python and R are no longer just for computer scientists. Yes, they are now essential tool for researcher is nearly every field from social science to biology. Platform like Coursera, Swayam, and Real, it's offer flexible and high quality MOOC. Yes, that allow us to upskill at our own pace. Whether it's AI ethics or advanced statistics or research methodology, there are courses for it. In addition to formal learning, we must also engage in the global knowledge community. Example, uh, if you want to attend webinars, virtual conference, and online workshop, then follow leading journals to refer magazines, then frequently visit that research labs and thought leaders on platforms like LinkedIn, ResearchGate, and Twitter. These are the platforms you can easily touch with the researcher and investors to get your research knowledge. You can learn your research knowledge. The idea is simple. The future ready researcher is not someone who knows everything. Yes, but someone who is always learning, always adopting, and always evolving. Let us commit to a mindset where learning does not stop with a degree, because in future learning is only constant. That is, we want to keep in our mind. So the sixth strategy, that the six strategies mainly need for the researcher, future ready researcher. I am full-fledged researcher. I am going to take good research to the society. The good research paper I just to produce to the society. I am going to take good research content to the society means the six strategies must need for any one entrepreneur. I mean, any one researcher, any one investors, or research focused students. Yes, even professors also. The first strategy is embrace digital research ecosystem. Yes, we want to be change our traditional research to digital via. Yes, we want to be transit to traditional research to digital research. Second one is we want to promote the interdisciplinary collaborations. Don't focus in the core. Yes, the core to interdisciplinary we want to be ensure that. Third one is develop entrepreneurial thinking. Yes, the research everything it's focused on useful for to startup. Yes, such a way we want to think, such a way the researcher want to be think. For example, in HRM we are just to do some live projects means that live projects helpful for entrepreneurial to using their own startup or using their own company. That perspective the researchers want to be do. Then fourth strategy is ethical and responsible research. As an entrepreneur, as a researcher, we want to be integrity, especially for follow our research in the ethical. Yes, the researcher need they are responsible. Yes, don't to copy out the other content. We just to be create the research in a innovative way. Yes, then only the new concept should be introduced in our society. Then communicate effectively. The researcher communicate effectively, don't to be hide. Another thing is the transparency is most important to the researcher. Yes, we can use the social media, we can use the help of some technology to reach out proper communication to the society. Then the researcher want to be we want to upgrade our skill, as well as that lifelong learning we want to be get it. Yes, the good researcher, for example, previously you know that marketing having 4 P's. After one researcher to evaluate that previous concept, no, it's not a 4 P's, it is a 7 P's. Then up some of the researcher to find out, no, there's a four, not only the 7 pieces involved in the marketing, 12 pieces is involved. That much of that is evolving. Yes, the concept 4 to convert to the 7 convert to the 12, like that. Yes, that is the research want to be evaluating the cycle process. So the researcher want to be having their intention to always learning lifelong. That is the meaning, right? Yes. Another thing is, that emerging area to watch. Yes. Once again. Yes. As we look ahead, it's important to keep on eyes on the emerging front line, yes, that are reshaping how we conduct and apply research. First, AI in research is no longer just a tool. It's become a collaborator. The from generating hypotheses to analyzing massive data sets and even drafting models, AI is uh, accelerating discovery in way we could not imagine to decade ago. Next is sustainable development research, a global priority. Climate change, circular economy, green technologies, and social equity are not just policy concern, they are central to research agendas. Yes, across all the discipline. Then we also entering the new phase of human AI collaborations. So where AI supports uh, creativity, reasoning, and problem solving, not just automation. The future researcher must know how to work with AI tools, not fear or not misuse them also. So one of the most futuristic trend is the metaverse and immersive research environment, that is using virtual and augmented reality for remote collaborations, stimulation based research, education, and even data visualization. Just to imagine conducting virtual fieldwork lab simulation in a 3D in interactive world. Lastly, the citizen science and crowdsourced research. That is growing rapidly with mobile technology and open platform. The public can now contribute to data collection, analysis, and even co-design research. It's making science for more inclusive, participatory, and socially grounded. These area represent not just trends but opportunity for innovations, collaboration, especially impact, to create the impact. Yes, as we wrap up, yes, I didn't like to leave you with a simple and powerful formula. Yes, that curiosity plus critical thinking plus collaboration equal to future readiness. That's it. Those who are having their curiosity, it's really having their intensive to critical thinking, then ready to collaborative work. So automatically we are full fit for taking their good research. Yes, that is the meaning. Being future ready is not about having all the answers. It's about having the right mindset to ask better questions, to learn continuously, and to work across boundaries. Yes, we must think globally, understanding and interconnectedness of challenges, but always act ethically with integrity and purpose. Our research should respect people, the planet, and future generations. So it also time to dare to innovate, to take risk to fail forward, and to learn from those failures. Yes. So the true progress comes not from comfort zone, but from courage and creativity. Yes, you know that one just to be broke their comfortable zone, automatically that person it's ready to grow. That is the meaning. So, and most importantly, let's move beyond the obsessions with just publishing papers. Let's aim to create real world impact. Yes, to solve the problems, inform policy, empower communities, especially to contribute to a better, more equitable world. Yes, so the future is not something we wait for, it is something we build. Yes, so together let build is wisely, boldly, especially for responsibly. Okay, so I hope that today, yes, the closer, I did like to leave you with a quote by the legendary management thinker Peter Drucker, right? The best way to predict the future is to create it. Yes, so this captured the very spirit of our conversation today. As a researcher or innovator and educator, we are not passive observers of change. We are actively creators of the future. So, thanks to everyone. Yes, now I just open the floor of questions, thought, or reflections. Please, I'm very happy to engage in discussions. At least one or two members just to be unmute. Do you have any queries or your thoughts? We can discuss. Anyone? Yes. Thank you so much. You don't have any, if you don't have any queries or discussions, leave the session. Thank you so much.